Last time on Pokémon Uranium. We'll fight for our freedom! Oh yeah, let's take on Garlikid. And this guy is so cool because even though he's a Pokemon, he's actually also a trainer, and that means he's got a team of his own. As long as we don't get flinched, I guess we'll be alright. Oh my gosh. Okay, or maybe we can get critical hit. That's good too. And what the heck? What the heck? We got crit and flinched. Not a good start so far for this battle. What's up everyone and welcome back to Pokemon Uranium. Last episode we left off on the biggest cliffhanger ever. We were taking on Garlikid in an epic battle and things were not going too well for us. So today we are going to have the conclusion of this epic fight, and if you guys are excited, make sure to hit that like button. Now let's get right to it. I think we need to heal up Luxy right now, and okay, maybe this is not such a good idea because this guy heals up every time he hits one of those bites. He's healing up right now, so yeah, I don't know if this was really my best idea, but are you kidding me? Did you really just mean look Fullrog? Oh my gosh. This thing is a savage. He actually just did that. He mean looked us, so Fullrog is dead no matter what now. This is so sad. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well, Fullrog, at least you can't say you didn't go down without a fight because he went for the bite. And I guess you did go down without a fight. You didn't get to even hit him. This is so sad. I'm sorry, Fullrog. Two of our water Pokemon are down now, and the Weasel, and Fullrog goes down right after him. But I think that Raptorch, yeah, it is faster than this thing, so at least now we don't have to deal with... Whoa, okay, that was a lot of damage right there with Flame Wheel. And his last Pokemon is actually going to be Boshaft. Now, I know for a fact that thing is a dark and fighting type, so one Fairy Wind from Luxy should be able to take it down. The question is, are we faster or are we slower? Because Luxy, to be honest, has not been the fastest Pokemon so far, and we are actually slower. Oh my gosh, 10 HP, okay, that was a pretty tough, but what? How is that not a one-shot kill? Are you kidding me? Oh my. Well, now I don't want to risk Raptorch dying to a Stomp. Is it time to say goodbye to Cubug? Has it finally become that time? I think it has, guys. Oh no. This is such a sad episode. Fullrog and Cubug are both about to go down. No! Cubug, you managed to make it to episode 10, little buddy. But oh my god, this thing has Moxie. This thing has Moxie. Okay, yeah, that's not good. I'm just really hoping that Raptorch is faster and we can take it out with like one more Flame Wheel, I guess, because otherwise I am just gonna cross my fingers we don't die to Stomp, I guess. Oh, okay, we didn't die. That's good. That means we win. Nice. Okay, I really hope that was Garlikid's last Pokemon because I'm stressing out right now, man. I can't even talk. Okay, Luxy is learning Swift. I'm not even sure that I really want that, I guess. I don't know, man. I think I'll be okay without Swift, but there we go. We took down Hero Garlikid. And Luxy's evolving. Holy moly. What an ending. This is so awesome. Wow, now I'm really glad Luxy survived that battle because we're getting an evolution. This is so cool. Luxy is going to be evolving into Luxor. That's a really cool looking Pokemon right there. Oh, you really want to do this again? Garly! We lost, but how? Why do those Pokemon fight on behalf of humans? Don't they want their freedom? They're your friends? That's impossible! Pokemon and humans cannot coexist. What is wrong with this guy? Does he just... Whoa. Dude, that is so cool. He just let out his whole party. Comrades, you're going back to that place? Why? You'll pay for this, human. So long as there are Pokemon that are being held against their will, I, Garlikid, the Pokemon hero, will be there to save them. I'll be back. Well, I'm not gonna count on it, buddy, but I guess he says he will be, and whoa. There are quite a couple of people outside. Orange, you did it. We managed to recover all the missing Pokemon thanks to you. Wait, so the things we battled Garlikid, or the Pokemon that he used in battle, were actually the Professor's Pokemon. That's pretty cool, man. We followed behind you in case you needed backup, but you did great. Wow, for real? I could have used your help in that battle, and you guys just sat there and watched. Great. I love it. Did any of you see a tiny green man in a costume run by just now? That wasn't a man, that was a Pokemon! Our thief was actually a Pokemon called Garlikid. They're incredibly rare. I haven't heard of one being sighted in many years. Its habitat is in a remote spot in the mountains, so it doesn't encounter humans often. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that one had never encountered people before. Seemed like it, man. He really hates humans, and I have personally not really encountered many Pokemon that just straight up hate people. I suppose they attacked because they were just excited. Perhaps Garlikid has a point though. From now on, we'll make sure our Pokemon have more freedom, and we'll listen to them more closely. Speaking of, as a field test for the PST, it was a success. I can see it's becoming a very useful tool. Yep, actually we used it to talk to Garlikid, so definitely a pretty helpful tool that we got here, so I think now we get to keep it for good. We wouldn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. If you need anything, we'll be back at the lab. Until next time, and until next time to you guys, because that is the end of this episode. Nope, Professor Bambo. If this were a test, I'd say you passed with flying colors. You showed great intuition and resourcefulness. I'd say you're well on your way to becoming a fully fledged trainer, mate. Oh yeah, before I forget, I have an item here that'll help you with your journey. Just like that, we get an EXP share. Nice. We can train up some of those Pokemon that have been chilling in our PC, especially now that we lost 2 team members. We're definitely going to need to bit some new ones. Your next gym badge is in Beale Beach City, right? That's a long trek, so you'd better stock up before your journey. Happy travels, I'm rooting for ya. Now I gotta get home to Moki Town. Let's fly, Pajay! Alright, and forget what I said earlier, this is actually the beginning of a new episode, so welcome back, everybody. So our first order of business is going to be heading to the Pokemon Center, because even though we took down the Garlikid, it came with a price and we lost 2 team members in that battle. Of course they weren't the most, I guess, useful team members, but they still died and it's a very sad time. So this is actually the death box. I can't believe I never named this thing, but I guess it looks a little bit more threatening now. These is where we're gonna put all of our dead Pokemon. So Fullrog, goodbye my friend. You didn't really get to do much in this journey, but you were there, you were part of the team, and now you're dead. So goodbye. And also Cubug, which we didn't really get to use, but was just so dang cute that I feel so sad putting this guy down right now because, oh man, it's just so cute. But goodbye, Cubug. You didn't get to do much in this playthrough, just like Fullrog. But of course, because we lost some team members, that means we get to add some new ones to the party. And right now, we don't actually have the best selection for Pokemon, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and add Trickway, and we'll call it a day because I'm not sure about this Spony or Chinmunk here. So yeah, I guess that's going to do it. So let's go ahead and heal up, and we have got quite a lot still ahead of us. We can actually go catch some new Pokemon, even in that cave that we battled Garlikid, and we actually didn't get to catch a Pokemon yet. So, but I also noticed that there's actually a new trainer. Once we beat Garlikid, this guy popped up here in this route, so I guess we'll go ahead and take him on because, like I said, he wasn't here before, so what the heck? Oh, I have Gerbolt up first. I actually meant to put Luxor up first because I want to try out our newly acquired Pokemon. Let me see how much this Rock Smash does, though. It should actually be a one-shot. Oh, of course, it's got Sturdy. So, did it even go for Sturdy? I think it just legit didn't die. Like, Rock Smash barely didn't do enough damage. Alright, whatever, one more. But, yeah, we did get Luxor at the very end of that battle. Our Luxy finally evolved, so let's try it out now. And actually, this is the perfect Pokemon to try it out against because Modrill here is a half dark type, so our Fairy Wind will definitely do a lot. And what is going on there? Like, its tail looks like he's kind of riding his tail. I'm not sure, man. It's a little bit weird looking, but definitely gonna one-shot that guy. A lot more powerful now that we were Luxor, huh? And what the? You have 3 Pokemon, bro? For real? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to give you the 1-2. I'm gonna show you how it's done with Raptorch. I think Raptor should be able to one-shot this thing with like Mud Slap or something. And then after that, we'll head into the cave and see if we can catch a Pokemon in there because, well, we kind of need some new Pokemon. After we lost those guys, I feel like we're in desperate need of some new team members. The ones that we've got right now are actually really powerful, but I just feel like the next gym is totally gonna bop us. I don't even know what type it is, and I have a bad feeling about it, I guess. So definitely crossing my fingers that we run into some good Pokemon here coming up. But finally took down that hiker, so now we can go check that out. Cue the chorus. He's a lumberjack. What chorus is this guy talking about? I've never heard a song about lumberjacks, but here we are in the cave where we fought Garlikid. I'm not even sure if there are wild Pokemon in here, to be honest. There might not even be anything. Yeah, I don't think there is anything, guys. So we came here for basically nothing. Well, I guess we got the battle with that hiker, so get a little bit of experience and got to try out Luxor. But of course, now all of those owls are gone because they went back to the professor's lab, and that means we can continue onwards through Route 6. What? Is this girl for real right now? You're kind of cute. Love that shirt. Just love it. Oh, want to battle? Okay, sure. I thought you were into me for a second, but I guess she's really just into battling, which is pretty much how Pokemon really goes, you know. You think that a person approached you because she thinks you're cute, but really she just wanted to battle. It's a pretty sad time right now. But the Lunapup is coming out. That's actually the Pokemon that Garlikid just had. Well, we didn't get to see it this episode, but at the very end of the last one, this is what he was fighting with. And this thing, I now know for a fact, is a ground and fighting type. So we can totally go Fairy Wind and see if that kills it. Nope, not even gonna kill it. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, this shouldn't kill us either, thankfully. That does lower our speed, though. I'm a little bit nervous that we're gonna be slower now. Oh my gosh. Does this do more damage? Okay, that's a little bit too close for comfort right there. That's what I like to call that. But I guess Luxor is kind of used to these situations now. I feel like Luxy is always like barely surviving. I don't know, man. But we get to trade numbers with that QT grill. I'm not sure that she was really that cute, but hey, at least she thinks we're cute, and that's definitely not something I see every day, so it's a good thing right there. I don't know if these guys are trainers. Don't worry, I'm not looking for one. I guess not, but this guy probably is, so we're totally gonna take him on. And what? This guy's talking about playing the Pokemon video game in the real Pokemon world. What is going on here, man? I feel like the fourth wall has just been broken a couple too many times, but then again, maybe they just made a game based off of the Pokemon they see out in their world. I don't know, but we have Spoonery for the first time and goes down in one hit for the first time too. Now this is the evolution of the other bug Pokemon that we had in our PC. It becomes a bug and water type, and then the Trickway that we have becomes a bug and electric type. So finally, Gerbolta is learning a ground type attack, and unfortunately we can't get rid of, whoa. Okay, it glitched out for a second, but you have got to be kidding me. This guy actually hit us 5 times and still did no damage. And he really tries to go for another fake out. Is this Lombre for real right now? Like, what is going on, man? I feel like these people aren't real. Like, they're not actually... Wait, they aren't real. They're video game characters. Oh my gosh, my life is a lie. I don't know what I'm going through right now, but we're going to continue through this route. We finally get to some grass, which means that we get to catch a new Pokemon, or not, because we didn't actually run into anything. So let's try that again and see if this time we run into something. And we do, and that is... Really? Another Spony? Okay, well, thankfully, even though the Shiny Claws wasn't on, so we couldn't catch that Shiny Outen, the Dupe Claws is on, so duplicate Pokemon do not count. So since we've already caught a Spony before, we don't have to catch that guy. So the next new Pokemon that we run into will be our first legit encounter for the route, I guess. So I guess it turned out to be not so quick work, as that thing actually took a little bit to take down, but we finally did it. And she's also got a Kostra, which, oh, it's this thing. I actually didn't remember what Kostra was. I thought it was the little coconut Pokemon. A sliver of health. I love that, man. It's my favorite pastime. But finally he goes down. And now we get a second chance to catch a Pokemon here, because we did get the EXP share from Professor Bambo at the very beginning of this episode. And I guess our encounter for this route is going to be Tancoon. Now, this is actually a Pokemon that I feel like I know from the demo. Like, we ran into so many of them, but it had a different sprite, I guess, so I didn't really recognize it before, but now I definitely know what this Pokemon is. So it's a dark type, and I'm pretty sure it's got an evolution. I don't know, I never really thought I would get to use this thing, but that's the cool thing about Nuzlocke, is you get forced to use Pokemon that... Did the game really glitch out and not let me catch something? Hold on, please don't tell me the game is... Really? I thought I haven't fought a Pokemon in this route. What? I've definitely... No way. Oh my gosh, I just realized what happened. The Outen. The Outen that we battled, the ones that Garlikid was under control, we battled them. That was our encounter for the route. Oh my gosh, we don't even get to catch a Pokemon here because... Ah, man, that sucks. So I guess that counts as our first encounter, or that counted, I guess, the Outen back then. So we don't get anything for this route. At least we get Sora, you know, my favorite Kingdom Hearts character. And a Falung, which I'm actually a little bit scared of because, well, it's got Intimidate, first of all. I'm not really scared of the Intimidate per se, but I don't know, actually. I don't know what I'm scared of. Hopefully we can take it out with no problemo. Wow. Okay, I guess that's a way to take it out. A critical hit with Mudshot. But can we live this Bulldoze? I'm not too sure about it. It might do... Oh my gosh, this actually really sucks. I am not in a good situation right now, by any means. Fairy Wind probably does more damage than Dragon Rage at this point, and he goes for the low kick, actually. I don't know about that one. Oh, okay, I guess we can get the critical hit too. I was really worried, but the critical hit comes through and saves everything, and are you kidding me? as long as we hit this flame wheel, and we do, so there we go. Down goes this episode because that is going to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and in the next one, we will continue our trek. See you then!